Let's get going. Um, today's today's theme is this idea of multitasking. Um, I mentioned I was noticing in the last couple of weeks that I was sort of bouncing around from one thing to the other and feeling somewhat frustrated at not really being able to complete anything. And so I had noticed that my brain slips into this mode where I'm trying to do lots of things at the same time. And for the most part, I notice it doesn't really work out that well for me. So multitasking is defined as this capacity to be able to attend to or engage in more than one piece of information in any given moment. And usually, what's actually happening in the brain is that we're actually doing what's called serial monotasking. So we jump from one task to the other, and there is one of the reasons it feels tiring over time is that there's what's called a switching cost. The effort that it takes metabolically in terms of attention and so forth to go from, okay, I was in the middle of writing this email, then I noticed my phone buzz. So when I look over at my phone and I realize, oh my gosh, this person whose text I was waiting for just texted me. The news is kind of intense. I don't know how to answer that question, but I bet my friend will. So then why don't I text my friend so I can answer the text message, that I just got, which interrupted the thing that I was starting to do in the first place, and so on and so forth, right? So that's just sort of an example of the kind of stuff I think that happens. Um, in that situation, we are serial monotasking, where I'm jumping from writing the email to reading the text to then writing a text to another friend, right? I'm doing these different tasks. It feels like I'm doing it all at the same time, but that's not really true. So I thought, let's spend a little bit of time today just bringing to our own awareness, becoming more mindful of where in our life do we attempt to multitask when really what's going on is we're bouncing back and forth from one task to the other, and just see what that feels like. Like what's it like to actually really pay attention just for a few moments to this process of the illusion of multitasking. So let's try that out. Close your eyes. Bring the attention inward. Whatever that means to you, like inward. I don't know, where is inward? Is it like in your feet? Is it in your belly? Is it between the ears? So that would be the first thing to notice is, what does inward mean? And then see if you can actually just rest attention and awareness wherever inward lands. What's it like between the ears and the skull? What's it like in the rib cage, the belly? And so we're really just priming our attentional muscle here to notice what it's like to notice things. What's it like to notice noticing? And then bring to mind an experience that you've had recently, or maybe it's even today, where you notice this tendency of the mind to jump from one thing to the next. So one of the doorways into this is maybe think of a situation that was frustrating for you. Maybe you were trying to get out the door, the phone rang, or your partner, your kids were asking you questions. And there's just this sense of like, oh my gosh, there's so many things happening at the same time. Just feel into that situation. Notice the toll that it's taking on you, your organism. And see if you can drop into teasing apart the different tasks that are being activated. And a hint here is see if you can fold your phone into this equation. Phones are amazing distractors and stimulators of multitasking. So you're driving and then there's a phone call, or you're in a conversation and then you notice the phone buzzing and there's a text message. So what's it like to be you in that situation? Does it feel easeful or does it feel stressful? And see if you can become aware of the energetic cost that's that that it takes to jump from one thing to the next. And again, sometimes we can't avoid it. It just is what it is. But it's also interesting to simply become aware of how disruptive or how distracting it might be to go from this task to the next task, to then have a third task layered into it, maybe even a fourth one. And then that moment of awareness where you realize like, oh my gosh, I just went down the rabbit hole and I completely forgot about the original thing that I was trying to do. So the purpose here is just to become mindful and aware of what it's like to be in that kind of a situation. How do you react? What are the sensations and emotions that you experience? Is it desirable? Is it useful? What are your choices? What are your options in situations like these? And what's your capacity for sustaining this kind of attempt at multitasking? I think oftentimes we're able to do it for a few seconds or even a few minutes, and then it just becomes overwhelming. So just notice that. When does it become too much? And just to be clear, this experience isn't sort of limited to, you know, physical activity. I've been in meditation retreats and just sitting on a cushion, and I've been multitasking like crazy and feeling the stress and the strain of it. So it can very much happen just on a mental level. And the goal here is not to judge it or to say that it's bad. It's simply to notice what's it like when we're in that situation, and is it useful? Is it desirable? How does it affect us? Take a deep breath in through the nose, slow that breath through the mouth, relaxing the neck, shoulders, hands. And hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, mouth, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it open your eyes. Hope that wasn't too far out there. That was a useful reminder to just see what it's like as you go through the rest of your day. You're doing lots of stuff at the same time, and just notice if there's a sort of a different, more organized way of approaching whatever you're doing. So take care, everyone.